Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a really easy weeknight soup supper recipe. It's a copycat Olive Garden chicken gnocchi soup, which I feel like most people really like. Not everybody in my family liked it, but most of us liked it. As always, the recipe is linked in the description box below, and I followed the recipe, but I added a few things that I thought would kind of amp up the flavor a little bit. So the first thing I did was melt the butter, and I added a little bit of olive oil to my soup pot, and I let that melt while I was cutting up the onion. So I chopped the onion, I don't know, to kind of like a smaller size. So I put in the onion and the garlic and the carrots, and I added that to the melted butter. And I like to buy the shredded carrots because it just saves some time, then you don't have to peel your carrots and chop them up and all that stuff. So on a busy night, when I know that we have stuff going on, I'll just get the shredded carrots, so that saves me a little more time. And then you're gonna let your vegetables cook down until they're sauteed to your liking. Then you're gonna add your flour and whisk that around to mix it in with your butter and get your vegetables coated. That's gonna help thicken up your chicken broth and the milk when you add that in. So once you whisk that, you're gonna add, with your whisking it, you're gonna add in your chicken broth and your milk, and then bring the soup up to a boil and let it start to thicken up. Alright, next we are going to season the soup. I do season the veggies at the beginning with salt and pepper. I don't think it showed that, but I like to season those with the salt and pepper right away. I don't remember who it was, but it was a cooking show I was watching, and they said that you want to season your salt and pepper, or season with the salt and pepper in layers, so that you don't have to add so much at the end. Anyway, so that's what I try to do. Here I added some parsley flakes, and then I added in basil too. I wanted to do fresh basil, but my grocery store didn't have any, so I put in, they were like a partially freeze-dried basil, and they were really good. They had good flavor. I would totally buy them again. And then I also added in salt and pepper, and then some red pepper flakes. I just thought that would kind of amp up the flavor a little bit and give it a little extra layer of flavor. And then I brought the soup back to a boil. The recipe says you are supposed to cook the gnocchi separately, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to get another pan dirty. So when the soup was boiling, I put the gnocchi in. I think you're supposed to cook them for like 3 minutes. So I made sure they cooked in the soup for 3 minutes. And they were fine. They were done perfectly fine. So then the last step is to add in your spinach and chicken, and then your soup is done. So earlier in the day, I did cook a couple chicken breasts in the crock pot, and then shredded them, and I just had them in the fridge until I was ready to make supper. So that did save me some time too. Like, I didn't have to have another step of cooking chicken while I was making supper. I had that prepared ahead of time. And then I just made sure that the chicken was nice and warm in the soup before we served it. And that was all it was. I served it with some breadsticks because it was supposed to be like Olive Garden, and we ended up eating the leftovers the next day. So myself, Nick, and Amelia all loved this soup. Sophia and Xavier did not like it, but they also don't like gnocchi, so I mean, that's fine, but I would totally make it again. So thank you for watching. If you're new here, I hope you subscribe so you don't miss out on any more recipes, grocery hauls, or homemaking motivation. And I will see you next time. Bye.